Hey there, it's Jacqueline. I am enjoying a walk actually in Vancouver right now. There's been incredible weather in the Northwest during my visit, and I have been so grateful. I've had time to just sit, pause, and reflect. What's really exciting is I have been fine-tuning the details on my new business, the Champagne Method. It's a philosophy, so I'm going to be teaching on the philosophy of living in the present, truly savoring the time and the people, and making the right choices, making decisions, having clarity, having direction in what you want. One of the things that I have found for so many years of working with singles is that it always came from within. If people didn't feel great about where they were at, if they were frustrated with their communication or the dynamics of what they were looking for, they kept missing out on the opportunity to truly find their person. They were too quick to judge, too quick to assume someone else's choices or behaviors were something that they actually weren't. And because I got to know people on such a personal level, I was able to really see where the missing link of life was. And most often it came from people not truly being vulnerable, really being able to open themselves up and have the truthful and difficult conversations, not being able to really talk about what mattered most, not being able to really make the decisions based on what they want. Instead, it was often based on what they thought everybody else wanted them to want. And I think it's amazing how much we spend time, energy, and effort in our lives truly looking to make sure everybody else is okay with what we're doing. Oh my gosh, I just have to stop and pause. Look at how beautiful it is. And there's bridges, there's so much beauty around here, even on an overcasty day. Luckily it's not raining right now, so I can enjoy it. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. All right, so one of the things that I love to really stop with clients and talk about, whether it was the love matchmaking client or personal relationships, it's really just about getting to a place where you're ready to let go of the old stories, the old tape. That's why we're going to be talking about the Secret Life as the signature program for the Champagne Method. I'll have a whole bunch of programs in the Champagne Method of my new business, but the reality comes down to is making the basics work, of understanding this beautiful, amazing life, one body, one soul, one mind that you have, and how you can utilize it, how you can make better connections, better communications, and better opportunities to be with the people that you really, really want to be with, the people that you desire, the people that make you feel delicious. Too many people are missing out on the delicious factor. They're missing out on what's really available to them. They're caught up in what society is telling them. They're caught up in social standards and expectations. And something that I've gained so much on with travels, when you talk to people, look at the bridge, when you talk to people from different countries, you start to realize we're all so similar, yet we have different degrees of flexibility, openness, and vulnerability. So when you think about your secret life, the things that you do, the people you text that nobody knows about, the dating app that you might be on that nobody knows you're on, the person that you really want to go out with, the person that you have dreams and fantasies about, the person that excites you, the money you want to be making, the dream you have to your career. Do you stop and pause and actually think about your secrets? They don't have to be the tricky secrets. They don't have to be the bad secrets. They can also be really good secrets. They can be the secrets that maybe you just need a little bit more confidence, a little bit more insight. You need a little bit more ideas of how you can make that secret a reality, how you can make it something enjoyable and beautiful and positive. It's important that we choose what makes us happier and more alive, but in doing so, the reality comes to us in the acknowledgement and the comfort and the consistency when we actually start making the changes. So I just love The Secret Life. I'm so excited about The Secret Life because it's so important to me to know that I am creating opportunities for incredible people to truly show up, to feel empowered, to feel available, appreciated, and respected. It's hard to say I have these feelings, I have these desires, I have wants and needs, but yet not really knowing how do you move forward with it? How do you take the next step? And what I want you to do is to stop and pause and allow yourself to start thinking about this. Think a little closer. What are your secret life thoughts? What are your secret life dreams? What are some things that you would be doing if nobody was looking? I know we kind of jokingly say that in life at times. We'll have a moment and we'll be like, oh, if I won the lottery, if I could lose these 50 pounds, if my career could take off, if my business could make changes. We do things. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Now you can hear the airplane. More people getting ready to travel. I'll be on an airplane soon. But what I want you to do is to stop and think on a deeper, more profound level, what are your secret dreams? What are your kinks? Let's just be honest. There are things about you that you think about, things that you want to explore, things that you want to experience, people you want to meet, places you want to go, stuff that you want to do. But it can only happen if you choose that you're going to embrace your secret life. But you're going to come from the Champagne Method philosophy. So the Champagne Method philosophy is a way of looking at life. It's a way of you truly stopping and saying, am I treasuring this life? It's luxurious. It's a deep awakening. It's a moment of movement that you say, I'm going forward. I'm doing different things. It's a moment where you say, I'm stepping up to the plate. It's a moment when you say and do and think and feel in alignment. One of the most powerful things that you can do is make a decision. I know that sounds crazy, and I'm horrible. I can go in circles when I have something on my mind I'm trying to solve or trying to make a decision or something that isn't just quite flowing yet, but I keep at it. That's the difference. So many people quit, they stop, they deny themselves the opportunity. And the reality is that if they would just keep going, push through the awkward, hold their breath during the moments when they feel like they're literally having their breath taken away from them, and they keep moving, they keep trying, they keep talking about it, they keep writing about it, they keep showing up, because then they can actually have the experience, the dreams, the truth come out. When you embrace the Champagne Method, you are saying, I desire more, I want confidence, I believe I'm worthy, I'm raising my deserve level, I am choosing so much more. And while I say this to you, I'm going to turn so you can see the bridge. So I'm on the Vancouver side, and that bridge is taking everyone to the Portland side, the Portland beautiful side. So I'll be spending a couple days in Portland. I thought it would be fun to capture some video with the beautiful background and a chance to hear all the airplanes, because obviously I love the airplanes because I want to take my next trip soon. But the Champagne Method is about living with clarity, making decisions to say, how luxurious does this feel? How authentic do I feel? How am I choosing this next chapter? I didn't just walk into this lifestyle. I worked my butt off for this lifestyle, but it was always a part of me. I used to say, because I was raised in a very affluent community, and then life changed, financial things changed with family, and I'd always say, I grew up with a silver spoon and I want it back. We all have had those beautiful blessings. We had beautiful things in our lives. The thing about it is that when we say one thing and then we stop and go, hold on, I've been dreaming about this and I've been talking about this for a very long time. What would happen if I stepped into it? What would happen if I fully embraced it? What would happen if I made choices based on my desire for all of those childhood dreams, all the little wishes and wants and things I wanted before I knew how hard life could be? Instead, I focused on what I truly am going to show up for. So if travel is your thing, you can get creative. I put my stuff in storage. You might find people that want to rent out your home. Find an opportunity of what you want and then keep pursuing it, because that's where the secret life is powerful. When you think about things with the edge of the philosophy of the Champagne method, you open yourself to abundance, you open yourself to new connections, you open yourself to feeling sexy, feeling desirable, feeling wanted, and then others will feel your willingness to show up to be with them, which will make you feel great, but you'll also know that you're giving back to them. You are going to be okay with rejection because you're going to realize you're not actually being rejected, you're being let free from somebody who isn't ready to show up to the level that you are. Nobody really is rejecting you. They're just not in alignment with what you are doing or what you want. I've had to go through a lot of that in all of my travels. I've made so many great friendships and connections. And the reality is that sometimes they're not on the same page as me. Sometimes they're not in the same place as I am. And I might miss them and I might wish that they could be with me. But I also love that I have fresh stories. If you've been following me for a while, you know that when I am back visiting family and friends, I go back to my old stories, my old places. I almost tried to move into my old apartment. That's how much I have moments of just missing here. I love it here so much, but it's not where I'm supposed to be right now. And if I did, I would be denying myself fulfilling the Champagne method, and my secret life wouldn't be as exciting, because my secret life is quite titillating, quite exciting, quite stimulating, and very sexy. And it's because I got to learn more about myself through my travels. I created a safe space of people that wanted to know more too, and we sparked many great conversations. So I'm very excited, very privileged, and really proud of the opportunity that I have been given to choose this life. Now, I know obstacles. I was a solo parent. I lived in hiding at one point. I've had to be on food stamps. I've had hard times. I've had my electric turned off. I have gone where I didn't know if I had food. I have had those moments, but those aren't what define me. Those are just part of who I have become because I've had those experiences, but I also savor the Champagne method so much more. And I want to bring this to you. I want you to be a part of it. Cool thing is we've got our pre-launch happening right now. So of course, if you sign up, you can be a part of it, but you're also part of the founders community. You're part of what I'm doing new and powerful and life-changing, which means you're going to always be favorite of my list, but you're also going to feel good. You're going to know you're part of something different. You're not blending in with the crowd. You're not just sipping through life with nothing tasting. You're going to get the bubbles, the tickles on your nose when you know you have a new bottle of something. It's not about alcohol. It's about the bubbles of life, the bubbles in the bath, the bubbles in any delicious treat, the savoring goodness, the good treats that you can have. When you show up, when you commit to the life and the dreams you want, anything is possible. So I'm going to, let's keep this conversation going. I love these walks with you, and I look forward to your thoughts and your expressions and your ideas, and maybe I'll get a little bit more sunshine videos before I leave the Northwest here. But wow, look at that beautiful water. It's gorgeous. So let's keep the conversation going.